All right, back with a little video today. It is Friday, November 13th, Friday the 13th in the market. Haven't made a few videos in a few days, feeling kind of ill. All right, so let's look at the top gainers today. List was pretty solid. You got some 90%, 50%, all the way up 27%, a good range. Mix of stocks, 16, 5, 6, 4, 20 down the list. So pretty good mix. And here's a top gainer here. UROV, but this was nothing. Probably had a buyout or something. This is a warrant. I don't trade warrants. CBAT, CBAC Energy Technology. See this start at pre-market, the big move up, 475 line. See how this went line to line, went here, next line, then it kept going. So this was a grindier one. A lot of big moves down. Could have shook some people out. But if you put your trend line in, it held pretty good. And then from the ascending triangle, broke out all the way up. So 525, this made the 570, 675 almost 7. Right here at 7 it did. So pretty good long right here. And I already had this mapped out. See this from before? This is back in October. Look at this move. Went right out of this wedge, this falling wedge, it broke up. 702 as high as 88 million in volume. Big move up. This is what you want out of falling wedge. This is what it did. Got above your 1320 EMA and explodes up. You can see here, looking to find a lot of choppy action. Here, it's very tough to read, but definitely was a good long. NHLD. This had low volume at points. It was 0. So this wasn't a great volume play. Very tough to get any kind of move on that. APWC, not bad, 150. See, we're above the 1320 EMA right here. Took off to 220. So that's not a bad long. Then I went to 240. See the move up. You see your consolidation. You can get it a 10 minute. 10 minutes even better. See this? Really, the 10 minute and above, you can really see how these plays move out. AHT, this is Ashford Hospitality. It's had the run up. 3-day pullback. Look, when pulled back to the 13 EMA or the 20 EMA, look at this, explodes up. We've seen that before. That's a common pattern. It's got the 270, in between 270, 260. 265. Went up to 270 and then explodes up. Look at that. You don't know what it's going to do, but this did this before. Remember when it exploded up before? Probably consolidate nicely at 250. And then 270 just really exploded. So you have your support. You're flying 10 cent here, 10 cent. So it wasn't a bad long right there. And then you just don't know how far it's going to go. KCAC, Kensington Capital, 16, get to 17, 1650. This is going back and forth. And if you draw your line like this, it's an ascending triangle. See this? Back and forth, tight, and it exploded up. Solo, got down to 525, even near 5, and really exploded to high of 791. Some of these, like some of the patterns are just weird though. You see this? It moved up, came back, then let's put in this candle here, then came back up right here. So playing the open is really tough. I don't like to play the exact open. That's the most volatile, right at like 930, 935. And then it's really took off. So it wasn't a bad long, but tougher, very fast move. Here's Sol. Right here over 410, and this got as high as 534, then came back down. Really straight up move long. Quick move. CPSH 140. It's got the 150, then 175, then came back up. Not the greatest of volume. 60,000. That's enough, but then it got real low. It got to like 2,000. But it's another long. When you see this, going up and your 13 EMA is above, you can see the line. Very strong. KZIA. Here's HOFV. This is a great short. Here's your move up early. Tried to bounce. Just draw your line. See it? Didn't get over that. It goes back down. Seen that before. MoneyGram. 640, 690, 750. MAVB fell off. Polo was a good play. Pre-market, some of these didn't have really a volume, but just started to grind up. Here we go. 310, a 4. It's almost, a dollar gain. So right here, you got your support right down below. There's a hammer candle. That tells you they hammered out the bottom. And this really went up strong. So the top 10 list, there's some nice longs. Most of these are all longs today. HPR. 315, 395. MYOV. See this move up? And then look at that. Hammered right to 1850. There is a XAN 260 to 282. Best 295. Little move. PDD. I remember I pointed this out a while ago. Remember this was at 70. I said it's a falling wedge, very oversold. See how this moved down? And it's a triangle and exploded up. 80, it's at 151. You don't know it's going to do that. Like in this little move, you're like, it's going down. But on a swing trade, that's what 1320 EMA is basically you need on the daily just to see. Then it did all these moves, but it kept moving higher to low. See the low? It kept getting higher. And then right here, pull back a little bit. Tremendous long. Here's Unity software. This one up like 16, almost $18. All right, so that's the top list. So a lot of long gainers today. Nice moves. The SPY. Dow Jones is up 478 as we near close. S&P plus 56.99. Nasdaq 136. Small caps plus 42. The VIX 2293 down 9.55%. Commodities gold 1885 plus 1245. Silver 24,707. Crudes 40.14 down 2.38. So the SPY is on fire again. Had to move back, move up, move back. It's like a W pattern. 1, 2, 3. And we broke above. So it was like a double bottom breakout. So we should go to here, come back, and this should take off even more. See the monthly? We crossed over a little bit. Here's the weekly right here. See this? We broke above. We do have divergence. So see this? We're going down, move up, but it's going down. So the divergence on this is going down. We're not going up, which is kind of a sign. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. I mean, we need to come back a little bit. This is way too. Coronavirus cases are out of control. They have the vaccine, but that doesn't mean nothing right now. That could be months away, 6 months. Who knows? And who knows what's going to happen between now and then. There's your 4-hour crossing. So it's very strong. And we'll see where we reach that high next week. We might go up again and come back down. Here's a Nasdaq. Same thing. Probably test this high again. We'll see what happens. Let's get up here. Here, yeah, we keep this candle here was lower than this, so we get higher. This could come back to 11,000. We'll see. And here's the Dow. This is going all the way back up. This is near the all-time high. I guess this was the all-time high now. 29,933. That's forming sort of a wedge here. If this comes back, who knows? You're flat now. You're going flat now, straight. 4 hour, 2 hour. So, they're running hot. I think we're way ahead of ourselves, but the market doesn't care. And the VIX has fallen back. We went back and forth. It's fallen below. It's really getting oversold. 2293. The weekly's crashing down. The 4 hour. It's like a double bottom here at 2244. If this falls below 20, and then we'll be in another bull run, I guess, unless this comes back up a little bit. So here's UBXY. Just made a little move here. This rate ain't showing much either. I expect spike ups. This still could spike up to 18, 19, maybe 20. So we'll see. Now here's S-Dow. See this? Oversold. I thought it was going to move into this gap. It still might. We're chopping back and forth. TZA, the same thing. There's fast, very oversold here, even for these, but the market's strong right now. Here's SOX doing this, try to come up. We could do this. Draw a line here, then it bounces back up. Here's an ultra short crude. This is trying to come up. So literally have a line here at 20. Already oversold. So on the other side, here's UDAO. Now see this? Trying to connect lines here. It's getting close to this top of this line again. So, pull back. Is this going to go up here? Then pull back to 70 again. You can clearly see these lows when we pull back. We're up here. I don't like it up here. I want this to come back a little bit. Here's the 4 hour. So we'll see if we break out further, but looks to be ahead of itself. Here's SPXL. There's TNA too. Look at this line here. We're near the top of the line here. Here's FAS. The financials are way up here too. See this? This big run up, pretty much went sideways, little moves back and forth. Now we're up again. Here's Soxel. Just had to move down. Here's your buy, here's your sell, here's your buy, here's your sell. And it's really came down hard. I thought we were going to keep going. Nope. Then we came back up. So we're still in an up move. But divergence is showing down. Same on the SPYs, which is weird. When you go up like this, so you figure this would stay up, almost like this. See this? We're getting higher, but this is getting lower and lower. Which, when you have a divergence, which means that it should drop. So this might do this. And come back down. So we'll see on Soxel. And here's defend, very strong. You had to move up in June. You had to move up November. Right now, and this is very high up here. Very, it's very strong here. So, let's see here. Yeah, I don't really want to buy it this far. See how far away too you're from the 13 EMA, 20 EMA. I like this to come back at least 11, 12. So you can see all the buy points down here too. Right here, right here. All these lows. Look at this. Buy, buy. We're at a high again. You don't want to buy at any point this high. It's like 92. You just don't want to do it. Here's DIN. This moved up. Strong. That's coming back. And here's nail. This is a weird move from here to here. Came back to 40. Came back to 40, moved up to 55. See this? Then putting this weird move. Look at this candle. And then it bounced right back. Now, this looks like this low of 40 about, a little bit lower. It's really strong. We're doing this sort of symmetrical triangle move. Or actually, excuse me, descending triangle. Let me see here. Could do this and then break back up, which I think is what we're going to do. Let's chop around here and eventually we come back up. 60 plus, it looks like. Because look at the weekly too. The weekly straight down, which you want to cross over bullish. See this white line? We're trying to start to turn a little bit. It's getting very oversold. So to me, it's just all consolidation right now. This isn't going to go down too much, lower. It could come back down here. I don't think we're going to lower net. And then I think we really rise up. So I would expect nail to go maybe like this line, come back to here. And who knows, but I think we break up December. Eventually this will get 65, 60 to 65-ish. So it's looking bullish because I like that weekly. That weekly's coming here and you're eventually, depends how low it goes, you're going to eventually start to cross, which means there's another bullish move up. Just energy bulls, this is going up. Just looking at some other stuff. All right, here's DraftKings. Huge move pre-market and dropped. This still has room to run here. FSR just really broke up. Look at this. Man. AMD. AMC. Here's WKHS Workhorse. Boston Scientific. Jesus. Remember this came all the way back and this really came back. Look where it touched. 33.14. So, it's like a double bottom right here. Came back, came all the way back up. Gapped up hard, came back to the 1320 EMA. That's why you play your low to high. It depends where it is, but this is another great long. Rocket Mortgage, still going back and forth. FSLY, plenty of room here to fill the gap. This came back really hard. There's CNK. SDC quick move, then came back. BYND, this is move up, then McDonald's come out with their burgers. It's coming back. You don't know. Still pretty dangerous in that area. Codex. There's BE. This has done this before. You buy the lows in this. Look at this. The low, low, low. And here's another one. Complete falling wedge or tight channel. And it puts in fakes. A lot of these stocks do this. Look at this here. Came back. I mean, that was really tough. You're starting to cross. See, when you have the white over red here, all these moves are pretty much fakes. Once you're over, see this? And then we're over that. And all these moves that drop back are fake outs because you want to play low to high. It doesn't matter. Play your 20 to 80. And then look where it is now, 18. So if you could have gotten here on this hammer or even 16, yeah, it's all head fakes. Because you're playing here, unless it goes lower, somewhere in here, your stop's going to be that. That's why your stop's right there. There's run. This is coming in. Looks like this one's to come back and then really explode up. There's Mark. FTI. Party. Look at that move. NVIX. Here's a PEIX, Pacific Ethanol. Just made a move down. Sort of like chopping here. This can start to go sideways. This will move back up. I would keep an eye on that. Here's another move. This is Altria Group. Formed like a channel now. Look at this trend line. I mean, here, bounce, here, oversold, cross. Like 36.50. Now we're at 42. PDLI coming up. HQ. Same thing with Philip Morris. Move down, move back up. All these are wedges. GSX, back and forth. Trying to, fill that gap eventually. GameStop. This is really doing nothing. Perhaps had this move up, came back. See, it's why every chart's different. PTU, there's overstock. HYLN, big wedge. This is coming up. It's trying to cross down now. Here's our RC. Remember I said this is 6. This is just getting started. Playing your low to high. This was a clear channel. Look at this here, here. So you have 1, 2, and this is just starting at 32. So if you're playing this for a swing, I really like that long. Geo going sideways. Trill really exploding up. Cisco. Now here's LMND. Remember again, these lows. Anytime that's what these plays work. On these lows right here, you have double bottom, this one, all the way up to 65. And came back. Now it's on a downtrend. This will do this. Probably go back down. You don't want to buy it in the middle there. The best play is to buy low to high, but it's not that easy. There's red. And here's VLDR. You can see the divergence already starting on this one. See this? Move down, sideways. It looks like it wants to wrap around. All right, so that's it for today as the market ends plus 409, Dow Jones 48, S&P plus 119, Nasdaq. The VIX falls 2314, 8.72%. Small caps up 1743, 3793. All right, that's it. We are out for now. Please subscribe and like. Peace.